What side effect would Clay receive that his power is teleportation?
Every time he teleport, he lose control of his bowels and bladder for a few minutes.
You better make sure you take a shit before you go anywhere, boy.
I hope you strap with the pins every time.
Oh my god!
Right, you gotta be wearing a diaper.
No cap. Like I have to actually wear a diaper when I teleport. That's actually kind of fucked up. I didn't cat with you.
Damn, he ain't even say like just like instantly. It's for a few minutes, G. Damn.
Yeah, like so I'm just literally. Oh god, I gotta. Oh, it's coming out.
Like every orifice.
No cap. It's just going everywhere.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Press Restart, episode 10. We in the double digits, y'all. Thank you for every episode that you have supported, even if this is your first time supporting. We thank you. I'm joined by my lovely melanin brothers in action. As you know, I'm Carl MF. To my left is my cousin Marco. How you feeling, G?
Just got off work. Episode 10, we in the double digits. Really excited to talk about what we talking about today.
Man. Over there, I don't approve what he's sipping on, that White Claw, but we gonna keep it moving. Clayton, how you feeling, G?
Something later on in this episode. Speaking of White Claw. Anyway, I'm great, man. I'm doing wonderful, fantastic. It's a great time to be alive right now. Well,
facts.
For some people. For me, I'm only speaking on my own behalf.
Well,
it's a great time to be alive.
I think I can agree.
Third.
Daniel, boy, last but not least, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Fridays are great as always. You know, get off work early, looking healthy. Hope all my people doing good, man. Can't complain.
Hell yeah. And speaking of looking healthy, G, we still need to get you a camera. The audience been wondering. They like, where that sexy nigga Daniel, that 30-second chocolatey sexy nigga. What is it?
30th,
What's your ranking?
30th.
30. Oh, you went up.
I moved up. Yeah, we ain't have an episode that week.
Oh yeah, my bad. I forgot. I won't forget again, my boy. keep that in mind. But we got a great show for y'all today. We're going to talk about some altercations in a bunch of different ways. But before we get into that, superpowers, G. We're going to talk about what kind of superpowers we would like, and the person next will then tell us our side effect to that superpower. And we're just going to talk about it a little bit. So we're going to go Clay, Daniel, Marco, and then myself. Clayton, what would your superpower be?
The power to teleport. I know you remember that movie. Damn, what was it? What was the name of that movie? I can't think of the name of it.
You talking about the one with the Jedi dude, Anakin? That one?
Oh, wait, wasn't it?
You know which one
I
I'm
think
talking
that
about?
was him.
Jumper.
Jumper. There you go. Jumper. That power, except not as like refined as their power, where they have to know what the place is. Like he has pictures on his wall, and you just look at the picture and be like, "This is where I'm going." Like mine's is, if you can imagine it and you've seen it before, you can go to that place. You don't have to look at a picture to go to that picture. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if you've seen, say for instance, you've seen the back alley of Paris, and that back alley is still there, you'll teleport.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that'll be my power, to be able to teleport to places you've seen and you have a vivid imagination of.
Big facts. And before Daniel pick your side effect, why would you want to teleport?
Bro, you need to think about all the possibilities you can do with teleport. You will never lose a fight ever. Okay, not saying that you can run from the fight, but you can teleport around this motherfucker. If you want to sock a nigga in the face, pop him in the face, teleport behind him, pop in the back of the head, teleport behind him, pop his ass in the back of the knee, teleport in front of him, pop in his face. Like, you can just keep doing that shit over and over and over.
You know, as you say that, I don't know why the fuck there is not a game with that power, like as the crux. Like,
look,
it really don't make no sense.
See, that's why I'm a game designer. I have a class called Motion that is going to be able to do that. But it's okay.
Boy, that's a conversation for another day, folks. You better stay tuned. All right, Daniel, boy, what side effect would Clay receive that his power is teleportation?
Every time he teleport, he lose control of his bowels and bladder for a few minutes.
You better make sure you take a shit before you go anywhere, boy.
I hope you strap with the pins every time.
Oh my God!
Right, you gotta be wearing a diaper.
Like I have to actually wear a diaper when I teleport. That's actually kind of fucked up. I didn't cat with you.
Then he ain't even say like just like instantly. It's for a few minutes. G.
Yeah, like so I'm just literally. Oh God! I gotta. Oh, it's coming out. I gotta get it.
Like every orifice.
No cap. It's just going everywhere.
That was pretty
hands
good.
all soiled. Damn, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's
I don't even
fucked
want the power no more. If that's
that's fucked up, G.
That's kind of fucked up.
Good, bro. You got bring some extra drawers and wear a diaper.
Bro,
Change of clothes.
If I decided to rob a bank, you know what I'm saying? If I so happened to see the inside of blueprint of a bank vault, I teleported to a bank vault, they gonna catch my ass. I'm gonna be shitting all over that motherfucker.
Nah,
your DNA is on scene.
You gotta master moving while you shit. You got a diaper on, bro. You good.
It'll hold for a little bit, G. Like,
Yeah.
Until it overfilled and I'm
Get you the extra strength.
Exactly. All right, Daniel, what would your power be?
I'm gonna go with something different and say I like the power of transmography. So anything I touch or look at, I can convert it from its original form into whatever I desire.
Okay.
Turning stones into money.
Okay.
Turning rocks into gold.
Huh. So like some Rumpelstiltskin shit. That was his power, wasn't it? I don't really remember the story. I just know he turned. Oh wait, never mind. Anyway,
Oh, you thinking about the other dude who touched everything he turned to gold?
Right? Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
But I think that was more like a cautionary tale. You know. Yeah. But anyway, Daniel, why would you want that to be your power?
One, I think that's a unique power a lot of people don't mention, and then two, I think it'll be pretty cool, and it also allows a lot of freedom for what I want to do. And then I could also influence, like I could end world hunger essentially.
Good.
Or I could
like
keep it
the
small
number.
and just convert things around the house into money, you know. So whatever I'm feeling like.
And know how I waked up today. I bet. Marco, what would his side effect be though?
That it wouldn't last that long. That like it would revert like right back to what it was supposed to be beforehand.
Hey, that's kind of a dick move. I ain't
Yeah.
Because if he said he wanted to end
counterfeit
world
king.
hunger,
Yeah, I can't end world hunger if the couch
can't
gonna
end world-
rematerialize inside their stomach.
Right.
Chewing on a cup right now.
and I'm not like nerfing him to the point where it's like, oh, it only lasts like a minute or like 10 minutes or something. Like, give him like 2 days or something like that, and then it reverts back. Like that's not bad.
Yeah, you
So
can
now
swindle. You can swindle some people with that.
I can't feed. Oh yeah, I can't feed people. 2 days, it'll be out of their system by then. They good.
Yeah.
hopefully, you better tell him, look, take this laxative after you eat this burger,
Right.
bro.
But then
Make
would
sure
I
you-
would I not destroy like sewage
will
systems by
fuck
things
sewage systems up.
rematerializing
Yes.
inside pipes?
Yes. You would
I will
fuck
not.
it up.
I ain't gonna nerf my boy like that, like he did Clay with his toe.
I'll
That still
take
is
it.
a
I'll
nerf.
take it. That mean I gotta do money. I gotta finesse ATMs. I
Exactly.
get the money while it's good.
or pawn shops and shit.
No care.
Facts. All right, Marco, my boy, what would your power be?
Man,
And why?
forgive me for being stereotypical and like being typical, but like I'd really like to run fast. I like super speed.
You do like the Flash a lot.
Yeah, I love the Flash, man. So that'd be
Just
mine.
get the punching motherfuckers out. Bullet punches. Oh man.
Why would you want that to be your power?
I'd really like that power because like I don't really enjoy like driving or like getting on planes and stuff like that. Like sometimes like if I wanted to go somewhere, I could just run there. You know, like I can run across like the world if I wanted to.
Or you can teleport shit to brains out.
Be back here having this conversation with y'all like during the podcast. Well, yeah, I just ran around the world for a little bit and then came back to kick it with y'all. So that's something that like intrigues me a lot too. So
Makes sense. I mean, mine's pretty common too. Teleportation. I mean, I just be shitting my brains out every time.
I mean, my power ain't that unique either
movement.
when we get to it. But so yo, side effect, G. Hold on, let me think about this. So every time. So actually, how about this? As soon you actually have no side effect aside from the fact that you actually have split into two people.
Oh shit!
And there's a nega Marco.
Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of sick.
Who runs
That's
fast
bad.
just like you, G. So you automatically got a built-in villain that you got to deal with.
That's really bad, Marco. Like, no
I love that because I'm always so intrigued with villains anyway. So like, imagine me as a bad guy. It's crazy.
Bro, Marco, you got to understand, you probably will lose your job because that Marco will probably be a dick.
He'd be fucking you up.
He would literally be like, you know what? I'm gonna go to your job as you.
I know what you
and I'm gonna go kiss the secretary in her mouth or some shit and just
she
fuck
probably
it up.
like that shit. So
I'm a sexy nigga, you know.
That's right. So I wouldn't be opposed to that. That'd be helping.
What if we ran around the classroom and just slap a kid for no reason?
Well, yeah, that would fuck me up, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He would probably do dickhead shit just to get you lose your job. That's it. Because he can as you.
I feel like I'd be more visceral than that if I was like a villain and stuff like that. I don't know. That's a topic.
Well, I mean, even then, like if you were doing bigger things, it's still your face.
Yeah,
so as soon as they catch wind of it on the news, this dude, weren't you just here yesterday? Like, what? Out of here.
You're right about that. That's a topic for another day.
All right, moving on then. Damn. So teleport actually was a power I would like. But more. See, I just keep thinking about movement. You know what I'm saying? Just alleviating commute from my life. So yeah, flight would probably be my power. I would like to fly. So yeah, for the same reason, just because again, commute. Being able to see more of the world, being able to, take people with me, even, teleporting and speed might not be the same effect. You know what I'm saying? If you try to carry somebody when you speeding at the sound of, or speeding at the speed of sound, whatever, their body would probably decompose or something like that. You have to be careful. And then you teleporting, I don't know, so you might shit on them because of your side effect. I don't know. But yeah, flight. I would like to fly. Go see the world.
I'm about to fuck your shit up, bro.
Fuck.
Every 1 to 10 miles,
Jesus.
It'll reset. It'll change every 1 to 10 miles. You have to throw up while in flight. But the thing is, it resets every time. So say for instance, you flew 1 mile, you have to throw up. It'll reset, and then say for instance, at next 10 miles, you got to throw up.
Or it could be every 1 mile I'm throwing up.
Nah. Yeah, it could be that way.
Because it's a gamble, right?
It's a gamble, right? It's a roll.
Yeah, you fucking me up.
The bad part about it, the bad part about it is when your stomach is empty, you still have that Earl feeling.
Oh,
so you like even if your stomach that's
that dry heave,
yeah.
That's literally the worst.
Like, that should be horrible.
So I see how you feel about me. I see how you feel about me, Clay. Because I wouldn't even fly. I literally wouldn't even fly.
That's kind of terrible. Yeah, every mile, like.
Look, every time I teleport, I'm shitting.
But you still get there.
But
you
can
sit on the toilet for a couple minutes.
I have to stop all along the way. What you mean? That's fucked up. G.
Yeah, Clay and Carl got like nerfed to shit.
Clearly, we got beef. Clearly, we got some.
I mean, hey, I got nerfed too. I had big dreams. I wanted to end world hunger, but even Marco over there,
that much.
He want to nip my. Dreams.
No, your shit nerve, bro. Because what if you just wanted something from McDonald's and McDonald's is closed? All nearby McDonald's is closed. You like, I want to make chicken. like, fuck it, I'm gonna just make a McChicken, and then after 2 days, it's gonna turn back to whatever the fuck you turned into a McChicken. So,
you know what? It's not that bad. I just gotta convert other food. I'm gonna turn the apple.
Right, exactly. You gotta use food.
You know?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah,
That's
that
smart.
definitely makes sense.
And
But
I'm sure you can circumvent it with you can change rotten food into good food, because by the time it digests, it'll be good. You know,
it's gonna turn back to rotten afterwards. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Yeah,
I don't know.
That's a smart way to use your power. Shit. Yeah, you didn't really get that nerf, bro. You just got nerfed on the good material thing,
right? You just got to think how you use your power.
That's why.
Me,
that's
on the
why
other hand, I don't have a power.
Smart man. He's a smart man. That's why I was like, he's gonna figure out like how to.
Look, I'm gonna rethink my nerfs during the episode. We're gonna talk about it. Don't worry.
All right, we're gonna come back to it then. So the theme of this episode, using that these superpowers as our springboard, we're gonna talk about a time that we've had physical altercations, or a time that if we haven't before, a time that we have seen it. Because growing up on the south side of Chicago, like all four of us have, we have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So does anybody want to jump in with a story about a time that they had gotten to a physical altercation?
Oh man.
Or how it elevated to that?
Yeah, I guess I'll start. So a while ago, I forget exactly what grade I was in. I forget exactly how this story goes or why it went the way it went, but it makes sense when you talk about it. So there was this girl me and Daniel used to know a while ago named Christy, and Christy had a friend. I can't think of her name right now, but that friend I was going to meet for the first time, and she was going to meet me at Cole Park, which is right down the street from where I live. And so we were gonna meet there. We were on the phone, and somewhere on that phone call, she said, "My uncle has come with me." Mind you, her uncle was probably, I think he had to be like 2 years older than her, and I was pretty young. I think I had to be at least 15, maybe 14, 15. And so we're on the phone. She said, "My uncle's with her." I was like, I think I said something along the lines of, "I don't care. I'm trying to talk to you." You know what I'm saying? And I guess she may have had it on speakerphone or something like that. And I guess he took it the wrong way. Uncle was with his friend or whoever the fuck, right? Because, you know, you could literally be like the same age as your uncle nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So he was coming with her to the park. And so we were on the phone. She's like, "Where you at?" And so I see her in the distance. I'm like, "I'm over here. Can you see me?" And I see her like, "Oh, there he is right there," pointing. And so I see dudes coming towards me. And so she's coming with, and so I'm coming towards her. She stops. Dudes continue going. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm young, naive. This has never happened to me before in my entire life. So they're coming up to me. Mark was the one who lived on our block. He was like, "Look, if you need help, I got you." He had like a lock in his hand. Like, "If you need help, I got you." Because they knew. Apparently, him and his siblings knew what the fuck was about to happen.
He was about to get jumped.
I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I was completely unaware. I was oblivious to this, and I don't understand. It's because I lived the shelter life. I'm a gamer. You know what I'm saying? All I do is play video games. I wasn't really built for the outside world at that time. And so
built for outside.
So they're still coming towards me, and they come towards me, and it's just those two. And he like, "So yeah, what's up?" And then it turns into like that SpongeBob meme with Mr. Krabs where everything's all blurry around. You see hella niggas step from around him, and I get surrounded. And I'm confused. I'm like, what's about to happen? And I'm like, I'm still confused. And I get snaked, and then the next thing you know, I'm getting stumped out on the ground. The whole time, Mark's siblings are just crying, laughing at me. The whole time, like laughing at me. And he was like, "I was trying to warn you, bro, like that they was probably gonna do that shit."
He was like, "We tried to help you."
I basically got my ass beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't know I was gonna get my ass beat because I was under the impression that I was meeting this girl for the first time, while her uncle was coming to beat my ass, him and whoever the fuck, because they all stepped off the basketball court. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I didn't know what was happening.
Oh shit!
And I just got my ass jumped. I got stomped out in the middle of a park. And they all ran away. And so when I finally went back home, my brother, he was still staying with us at the time. He came up there with his gun. And he's like, "Who the fuck put their hands on my brother?" You know what I'm saying? He was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Oh, so nobody want to talk now, huh?" Like, cause no one said shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, but after it happened, everything, no one said anything, and no one messed with me from that point on. But like, what ended up happening was we ended up like my mom pressed charges because she wanted the number of the person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we went to this, I don't know what it was. It was like this hearing or something like that, where it was me, my mom, the uncle, his mom, and then some mediator, I guess, that you talk to in this one small room. Mm-hmm. And he was talking about, yeah, man, he be at the rink, he be bullying me. I'm like, I don't even go to the rink. What? What? My mom is literally like vouching for me, saying like he doesn't even leave the house. This dude plays video games all day, like. And it was funny because he was trying to lie about the situation and try to make it better for himself because he's getting charges pressed on him. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but like I don't remember what happened from that situation, but that's when I got jumped for the first time. So yeah.
So that shit could have been avoided, you think?
I really think it could have, because either she shouldn't have been on speakerphone,
or should have told you,
right? Or should have told me,
or shouldn't have been bullying people at the rink.
Right. You gotta chill up at the rink. People just trying to get their juke on over there. Right?
So mad you never said that part, because the fact you were in a hearing with him, that means you know his name.
I forgot his name.
I mean, you got his
name.
Like,
say it to the world.
Like, I mean, no, it don't matter now. I'm just mad. You could have told me or your brothers the name then, and it would have got handled. Like,
well, let's just be glad that it didn't get handled, because I don't want anything to happen to any of y'all anyway. So, and I know you was about that life back then. You know what I'm saying? And I know my brother was. I just wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I was too naive to the world, but now I got the motherfucking hands off that shit.
Come get him, Daniel. Come get you, Daniel. I just made up a name, but then I clearly did not make it up. Anyway.
Well, yeah,
I gotta let the audience know he got the hands.
Got the motherfucking hands now, and I got the. If I don't feel like fighting,
I got them feet too.
I'm ready to get demonetized. That gun was in the video.
Hey, edit that out, bro.
That's a BB gun.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it was definitely a BB gun.
That's crazy, G. My story. So, how old were you? You remember?
Anywhere from 12. I had to be anywhere. I had to either be in 8th grade or freshman.
I think it was 8th grade.
So yeah, so 12, 13.
Hell yeah, Christy and them. Yeah, that was like 8th grade.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, my story comes from around then too. My freshman year of high school, I was a freshman. Like I just said, I was a freshman on the varsity swim team. Which, you know, at Morgan Park, that's not a huge accomplishment. We had 12 niggas, you know what I'm saying? But still, it wasn't that common. And I had my own lane during this specific practice.
Oh, excuse me.
And I remember Xavier, one of the two. Mm-hmm. You know your name, motherfucker. He decided he was gonna swim in my lane that day. Okay, cool. Senior, you got seniority technically. That's fine, even though you're the slowest swimmer on the team, quite literally. You know, do you if you want to get in my lane. So he, you know, as a swimmer, if you lap somebody, you touching their feet, you either trying to get around them or something. I was constantly having to move around this dude. Because he just was that slow. And eventually got to the point, I'm like, Xavier, can you maybe move lanes, like switch with Denzel or something? Like, can you? And he gets in my face. He's like, no, I can't. And he like real breathy with it too at the same time. And at that point, I'm like, oh, hold on. This nigga skipped brushing his teeth today. And it was the most gnarly spoiled milk. Like, he had cereal, I guarantee it. He definitely had some cereal. And I was like, okay, you know what, Xavier, if I do this 50 and you still at the wall when I come back, I'm beating your ass. That's verbatim what I said to him. I did my 50. I'm coming back. I still this nigga sitting on the wall. He chilling. I'm like, okay. So I finally get to, I don't know, it's like 10 more yards to the wall. I dive down to the bottom of the pool and I push off towards his ass. And I come out and go. I just punched him dead in the face.
That sounds like some anime shit, don't
it was damn near an anime. Like, it was crazy. I don't even know why I turned up like that on him. Breath really got to me, G. So we started tussling in the water, and eventually, he did hit me, and I had on my goggles, so like, cuts around my eye. But I had fucked him up too. So he had on his goggles too. So he had the same thing on actually both of his eyes. Eventually we both get out of the pool and I get so frazzled, G. Like, I'm 14. So I just, man, fuck this team. And I just leave like in the middle of practice. I grab my shit and I walk out. It's winter, mind you. I walk out near the door and I call my dad sitting in a Speedo. Like, can you come pick me up? Like, I was just waiting. Just sat there waiting. The coach ain't even come check on me or nothing.
You sat there in your Speedo the whole time?
I got dressed outside.
Oh, okay. All right.
But you said it was winter, wasn't you? So you was cold as hell.
So you know how there's a door and then there's a little bit of a lobby and then a door.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in like that little lobby part.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So I wasn't directly outside, but I could feel that shit.
Oh yeah, I'm already knowing. That
was my first fight, and I was, like I said, 14 at the time.
Oh, we're just talking about first fight. Oh shit.
Well, we just wanted to talk about altercations. That's the first one that came to mind.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. I thought I lost my first fight, but we don't gotta go back.
I consider that a loss because I stormed out. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I damn near was crying. I was like, man, fuck this too. Yeah, I was emotional, G.
I understand.
Yeah, it was a time. It was a time, G. Marco, Daniel, which one of y'all want to go next? G? Help me take some stress off.
Marco, you got something on mine? Because I ain't gonna lie, it's so many fights I done seen or been in. I don't know what story I want to tell.
I'm still picking through my highlights right now.
I give some time, my brother, but I'll go because this one comes to mind for me all the time. I was back at SIU and I was getting ready to like study for my basic skills test, and this was like the test that they had before, like it was these practice tests for teachers and stuff like that.
Right.
So I was getting ready to prep for that, and my roommate comes in and he's like hot, he's livid, he's upset. And he's talking shit to me, man. And this is a white roommate, mind you. He's just talking shit to me. And he's like, so you have something to say about like me and my little girlfriend or whatever. Like imagine this girlfriend, him and his girlfriend are like unclean, like they leave the house like nasty.
Unclean.
They leave the house like nasty as fuck, like it smells bad and all that other stuff. So I was dating Carl. You remember Sephiroth? Yeah. I was dating Sephiroth. That's what Carl
used to call her as Sephiroth all the time.
So I was dating her at the time. I was on the phone with her and I was like knowingly talking shit about them, like daring them to like do something about it. It was like the next night or whatever. No, the night before. So he finally confronts me. I'm studying for my test. I'm like, hey, you need to calm down. You had about like an 8 and you need to bring it down to a 4. And he's like, he's just like upset. He's like in my.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say he didn't know what the fuck that meant.
No, so he's upset. He's in my face, man. And I'm like, and I choose to walk away from him because I'm not about to get into an altercation with like a white boy.
College,
or just like in college, like with anybody. So my other roommate comes in and he's like, yo, what's going on? And the white boy, kid you not, he said, this nigga said that there was something wrong with me and my girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. Mind you, my other roommate's black, and he allowed this dude to like say this shit and stuff like that.
Nah.
I turned around and I said, what you just say to me? Like for the N-word thing. I was like, excuse me? And he was like, He was like, nigga, you ain't going to do shit. And so, I pushed past my other roommate who was trying to like block me up. I pushed past him, and we started like going at it in the kitchen, man. Mind you, this white boy was like, I'm a UFC fighter, like, you know, MMA, whatever the hell he said that he was into. And if he was an MMA fighter, like, I know I would have got my ass, but like, I don't know.
Right.
MMA, like, I would have got the shit kicked out of me, and then that's it. But like, he put me in a headlock, and I'm much taller than this guy, so I stood up, and I was elbowing him. I elbowed him like 3 times, like in his like right in his nose. Twice in his nose, and once like right here, like in his upper lip. He let go after the 3rd hit when I hit him in his nose. He was gushing blood like at the time after I was done elbowing him. So then he stumbles away after I elbowed him. He's in the living room now. I take him by like his shirt. He's not defending himself because he's holding his nose and stuff.
Right.
And I butted him to the ground, man. Like I took him, and I cracked him right in his nose again. Yeah, I cracked him right in his nose. At this point.
That's crazy. You know how angry you gotta be to
be
use your face in a fight.
Motherfucker. Like you call dad. Dad knows the whole story because so the aftermath of like all this, because his girlfriend jumps in. She doesn't jump in to fight me back. She jumps in to protect him because she's like, you're hurting him, because I was about to go in and like fuck him up some more.
Oh, man.
And so she jumps in the way, so I back off. Boy, dude gets up, grabs his phone. He was like, you want to go to jail, motherfucker? Do you want to go to jail? I was like, I was like, yeah, go ahead, call the police, call him. So he calls campus police. Campus police gets there in like 5 minutes because it's a white man in distress. And they didn't even bother to like question him or question my other roommate. They already knew who the perpetrator was, They just came up to me. They put me in cuffs, man. And they arrested me right then and there. And they took me to the campus like police station. And I went willingly. Like I was taught like by my mom and my dad that like, you know, like don't fight no police officer back. Just do what they tell you to do. Right. And so I went without resisting. The police officers in the car are like, you know, we don't really get the vibe from you that you would like do something like that to the other guy. It seemed like he was the one that was at fault. You give us the vibe that you're a really chill and like nice person. Because I was talking with the police. Yeah, I was very respectful to them. I was shit talking with them. Like they was like, yeah, we don't get that vibe from you. So we're just gonna change your assault charge to like a simple battery, and you can come back to school the next day. Okay, great. But I had to call Dad. He had to drive 5 hours down to come bail me out. So, yeah. But
that shit must have hurt pops.
That was my first fight like ever. I normally like mind my own business. Like I don't like try to get into.
I mean, because like you said, you are a chill dude.
People usually don't
start a fight with a chill dude.
I've seen it in person. Like, this nigga Marco though, he don't mess with nobody, man. He just cool.
I like to mind my business, man. So that was my first fight. I was in college.
Man.
So yeah, that happened. Yeah, got arrested for it. It's off my record now, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. That's
cool, that was a whole ordeal. I remember that.
He deserved it anyway.
Yeah, he did.
Did it feel good?
What to beat that white boy's ass? Yes, Daniel.
To beat a white boy ass that just used the N-word so violently?
Nah.
Yes, there was nothing more satisfying than like.
Because I was just imagining. I was like, man, that must feel so good. Because now that I think about it, I don't know. Maybe it's just because now I used to love fighting when I was younger. I don't think I got into a lot of fights, but I used to just love fighting. But now when I think about it, like I don't feel anything good about inflicting pain upon like anybody until you just told your story, and I was like, man, it must have felt so good to punch that guy. Like,
man, it did. It did. Like to see him gushing blood. I was like, yeah, I won this.
Hell yeah.
So I won this, motherfucker.
What about you, Daniel?
I guess I'll tell my
Pick
first
one of
fight.
those many. Yeah.
My first fight of high school. So I'm laid back type. I don't really get into it with people. I ain't never been hot headed, but at the same time, I'm never one to back down from somebody. So it was some dude, what was his name? I think his name was like Cody or something. Uh we had a couple classes together. I think he was on the football team too. And like he just used to talk a lot. And it was just one of them times. I think we was in art class, said something, and I was like, shit, we could go fight right now, or something like that. And then it happened to be at the time my school had just got rebuilt a few years ago. So the highest class was the juniors. And I think it was a junior in there. He was like, oh yeah, y'all go to the third floor. The third floor of my school was damn near empty. Like it was only a couple classes used up there, only a few kids had lockers up there, and like security hardly ever went up there. So off of that moment, all of a sudden from that moment on, the third floor bathroom was just where you go to
Where you
fight.
get it popping.
Yeah. So like we was the first fight to go up there, and we went up there. People was betting on the fights, on the fight and whatnot. We go up there, we instantly,
Hell no.
we whatever gets to throwing hands, boom, boom, boom. I remember him throwing some punches, I threw some. At the time, I always attributed my brothers for this because my brothers were heavy handed and we would play fight a lot. But like outside of my brothers growing up, nobody else hurt. Like,
Hmm.
and all the fights I had, I would never feel anything. It would only be my brothers that like it would hurt when I play fought with them. So like, we fighting whatever. I don't really feel nothing he doing. It's some water on the floor. So I throw a punch, I slip. And then when I slip, it's whatever. It's a fight, so he don't stop. And then he throwing punches, but I got my left arm over my head, blocking the punches. And then as I'm getting up, I throw an uppercut with the right. I hit him dead in his eye. He leaned back, gets a hold in his eye. He like stop, stop, stop. The fight stopped shortly after that, and he got a fat ass shiner off that uppercut.
Nice.
Like it's fat, and everybody like damn, like because it was supposed to be like a low key type of thing, but
You
now
talking about bill collector? Like that's what you talking about?
it wasn't that fat, but he had a shiner. He definitely had a very noticeable shiner, and he ended up having to tell his OG he like hit it. He got hit in the face with the locker. Like he opened his locker like too fast or too hard and it hit him in his face.
I was standing too close to it, mama.
Yeah, he said some shit like that because it was noticeable. He had to tell his OG or whatever. So yeah, that's how the bathroom bet fights got started.
Sheesh. Some bathroom bets.
Yeah.
Place your bets.
Eventually got very out of hand. Ended with people getting suspended when a big fight broke out.
Typical.
Some Fight Club type shit.
Great.
Yeah, it was literally a fight club.
All right. So moving on to the next one, then. I would love to hear how do y'all deal with people who are passive aggressive, or how do you handle shit that's passive or passive aggressively? Like, where does passive aggression play in your life? And I guess I'll tell you all how I came up with this topic. I was rewatching our episode, and I feel like I handle a lot of shit very passively. So I told a story about how I was tripping off of a certain substance, and a person who I thought I trusted then tried to sexually change the narrative, right? And my passive self, instead of saying something, I removed myself from the situation, and I never really fully communicated that I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
This must be that time where you was on the couch and dudes getting
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. For those who don't know, watch episode 7. All right. Let's restart. So yeah. Anyway, I handle stuff very passively. Actually, I was out with your family, Marco. I ordered a burger and I received I ordered a chicken sandwich and I received a blue cheese burger.
Yeah.
I ate that burger.
Yeah.
I ain't like that shit. I don't eat blue cheese.
Yeah.
Who the fuck eat blue cheese?
That's right.
But I was so passive that I ate it. So in
You
me
ain't
trying to
throw
be
up?
a better person and more communicative, I just wanted to hear from y'all how y'all be dealing with passive aggression. Or do you use passive aggression? So go ahead. Yeah, Clay.
I would like to say, like, I think it's person to person. You see what I'm saying? Like, one thing I still to this day have not learned how to do, and I'm still trying to work on it, is being able to take jokes. You know what I'm saying? And so that starts with recognizing who the person is that's making the jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like a few examples. Well, I don't want to get specific names, but there's a specific girl where I just never learned how to take jokes from this person. And like, I fight fire with that person, you know what I'm saying? Because like, it's like, why do you do the things you do? And why do you say the things you say? You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to fight fire with fire in these situations. But in other situations, I start to question why you would say something like that, or why you would side with another person, or why you wouldn't be on my side if you decided to make an aggressive comment or a passive aggressive comment towards me. And I have to understand that, like, with new people, you just never, that person may just innately be like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's been happening with a newer person, but being around that person enough has taught me, okay, this is what this person does, especially after asking those questions. So I say it has to be person to person, because for a long time, Carl, I thought you didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? Based off the comments you like back in the past, you know what I'm saying? Like you would make comments and I'd be like, damn, this dude don't fuck with me, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I started to understand, like, oh, this is just how he makes jokes. You know what I'm saying? So I shouldn't. It's lighthearted. You know what I'm saying?
It's literally
take it the way that I shouldn't take it the way I'm taking it. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I have to like make that connection, where I have to understand the type of person and the way that person makes jokes, and not jump to conclusions like, you want to fight, bro? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, and not be like that, especially towards friends. You know what I'm saying? I have to understand that differently. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually really just hard for me based off my past. And I'm not trying to let that hold me back. But at the same time, I was definitely bullied growing up. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to differentiate between the two until I learn and I'm around that person for long enough. So again, I would say it varies person to person. When it's new people, like very, very new people, and I don't know this person, I'm gonna fight fire with fire. You know what I'm saying? But once I get to know this person, I understand, oh, this is just this person's way of, making jokes or whatever. Okay, then I'll just, let it slide. Or if it gets to build up to a point where it's like, hey, look, I'm not trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when the fire comes back out. But yeah, that's how I usually deal with it.
Well, that's real. So actually, based off what you just said, then I actually want to shift the conversation into how do y'all deal with people, or do you deal with a situation by situation, or do you deal with people a certain way? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, do you handle conflicts differently from person to person, or situation to situation, or do you just you got a blanket response to this every time? You know what I'm saying?
It's a person to person still for me, because like it's different if a person at work decides to make a passive aggressive joke versus a person on an internet game like playing Call of Duty makes some type of terrible joke. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's different. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like you got to handle those situations different. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go off on a coworker that just talks shit to you, and then maybe there's an audience or something like that, or that's the type of person who'll be like, I was secretly recording this the whole time. He randomly said this to me. I don't know why he said that. I gotcha, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, so can't really do nothing about it. So it's person to person. You know what I'm saying? Especially about knowing when you should handle something the way you normally would handle something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, person to person.
That's real. Marco, Daniel, how y'all feel about passive aggression?
For me, like when I was younger, I feel like I used to react to like people that way, right? And like this idea of like, hey, this person hurt me, so like I'm going to like find a way to defend myself.
Right.
Hence like
That
defend,
revenge
right?
type of thing.
Yeah, like I'm going to make myself feel better by like doing this. But I've learned as I've gotten older how to just like say what's like on my mind, like right from the get go.
Right.
Like I let people know how I feel right away. If I didn't like something that you did, I let you know.
I fuck with Marco so
John's
much.
been on the podcast before. Trey's been on the podcast before.
Shouts out to Trey.
And he'll like let you guys know. He's a very avid watcher of this, and he'll let you guys know that I'm very like straightforward. I let him know that like, hey, something you said I didn't like, and
Right.
this is how it made me feel X, Y, and Z. And I just wanted to be man enough to like talk to you about it because I have a lot of respect for you.
That's ideal, Marco, honestly, because if you let shit fester, don't you end up holding shit that the other person don't even realize that you hold it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you hit the nail on the head. That communication is important, G. And I've said that on episodes before, you know, when we were talking about relationships and shit like that. And yet I still don't fully communicate how I be feeling because I just be assuming other people should treat people the way I be thinking you should treat people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I don't want to like hold it for too long, but like I do like in that work, Clay brought up like a really like great thing. Sometimes and I know that I need to like work on this and stuff. That's something that I'm still working on. But at work, I am very confrontational at work. Like if somebody like either like did something that was inherently like bad for like students and said something ignorant about like the students, I call them out on like that shit. I say,
That's
oh,
good.
that was a really ignorant statement that you said right there. I said this probably isn't the job for you if you're going to like say an ignorant like statement like that. And I've gotten into like heat so many times with like coworkers and like with our principal and stuff because he's like, oh well, what you said hurt like somebody's feelings. I don't give a fuck. Like they shouldn't have said that if you're going to be in education.
Imagine how the kid feels about what they said.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I am very confrontational when it like comes to, especially like in my job. I'm so fucking passionate about like this job. You do something or say something crazy about like the students, then I'm gonna like say something crazy about your ass very confrontationally too. It's not no respect thing. It's like, oh, like I'm man enough to like say this shit and call you out.
But so would you say just a side quick, would you say that you like the person that would like deal karma in a situation like that, especially if it was like deserved? Would you say that you would probably be a public speaker for another person who wouldn't defend themselves is what I'm trying to ask.
I would. Like
couldn't.
I definitely would stand up for like somebody who feels like that they can't like say something about like that or who's too afraid to say some shit like that. Like I definitely would do that for a person. Is that warranted for like them? Did they want that? I mean, that's a different story.
Right. Who knows? Right. So, okay. That's what's up. That's what I like that. I like that. 100% like that.
Ditto.
Same.
Yeah, Daniel boy. How you feeling about passive aggression?
I've never fucked with passive aggression. To me, that's the same as pussyfooting around.
Right.
Yeah.
You choose to either be passive and say, fuck it, it's whatever, or choose, the more aggressive path and head on confront the issue. Like, choose
like
the path. Yeah. So I've always been the type to do the same thing. Like I tell people bluntly, like if I don't like you, I'm gonna tell you, hey, G, I don't really like you like that. Like,
that's crazy.
Keep it on it. Like, and like I tell people like all the time, Like I'm not going, sugarcoat it. Now that's easy to do when you don't know the person like that or something like that. But as I've gotten older, I realize I don't really want to be having any type of relationship with somebody that I feel like I can't be honest with. If I can't tell you the truth, like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what you did, but since you started, using different deodorant, it just ain't working out, bro. If I can't tell you that, like,
Without you getting
and
upset.
then you getting upset, why are you getting? I'm looking out for you. You've been going to
Mhm.
work, and niggas ain't saying shit to you.
Mhm.
You should be happy. I'm telling you. So like,
Right.
and like it go for good and bad things. You should be able to honestly communicate with anybody that you have any type of relationship, whether it's a work
Yeah.
relationship, friendship, personal, very romantic relationship or whatever.
Yep.
So I always been like that. But Carl, I'm kind of with you on the passive thing. And it's crazy you said that because I just had a situation like that Monday. I was on my way to work and I was like, man, I really want some coffee. So I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I got a hot latte. I ended up getting handed like some iced coffee, right? Now,
The opposite.
it was mostly because I was, kind of running late and I didn't, I wanted to try to still make it to work on time. But I really don't even fuck with iced coffee like that unless it's like a macchiato or something. I don't really like iced coffee. But I took that shit and I just drunk it. And I was thinking like 5 minutes later, like, damn, I could have waited a couple
Right.
minutes to have them bring me out a hot one, man. Fuck, man.
Take
Like,
ice cubes out your
I
shit.
do the same thing sometimes. Like I won't say nothing and I just let
I
stuff
do
go
that shit too.
on. And then, but like you said, it builds up. And then you
It
end
do.
up being mad at other people when really you should just be mad at yourself because you
So,
can't expect everybody to be a sidekick. The
Exactly.
same way guys complain all the time about girls wanting to be a sidekick, you can't do that same thing. You gotta actually communicate. Now, if you tell somebody what you like and don't like, and then they choose to ignore that, then at that point,
Yeah.
you got decisions to make. Me
right.
personally, I feel like when people do that, they're not, mimicking my energy. I'm giving you time and devotion. Why am I not getting that back?
That shit
Mhm.
back right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a whole nother story. I'm trying to cut niggas off that I feel they not giving me that same energy back. Cause then I'm wasting my energy on you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's real.
Damn, that's crazy. That you say that. And I don't want to get into the weeds, but I would like to talk someday about we tried to talk about it before about cutting people off. You know what I'm saying? It is healthy sometimes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is.
And I just wanted to talk anecdotes about a time where we had to, do that self-reflection piece and realize this person is not, at this point in time, who I need to be around, or, regardless of the background that we had, you know what I'm saying? But again, that's a conversation for another day. G. Uh, man, passive aggression. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on it. I wouldn't say I'm passive aggressive, but I definitely am passive.
Mm.
I don't typically get aggressive, except when I'm playing Apex or some shit. That's a different quarrel right there. G.
That might not be. Look, people been telling me I'm different when I play Apex, but really, I don't think it is because I don't say nothing to nobody on Apex until they say or do something that is just mind blowing.
Which, playing with these niggas on Apex is often. I don't know why the matchmaking system pairs me with like the literal worst of the worst, but I see some really dumb shit that just like get me heated sometimes. Like, I don't know, but it's also just a video game, so I think I allow myself to get mad at it because it can't feel. You know what I'm saying? I don't be yelling at the people. I just be yelling at the game.
Oh no, I'm yelling at the people. No, I'll be on
Sometimes I
there.
yell at the people. I ain't gonna lie. I said that to make myself look better. I be cursing niggas out sometimes. I be cursing niggas out online sometimes. I be like, yo, bitch ass need to get like.
Nah, I be frying them. I ain't met somebody yet that keep their mic on. Like when they start arguing with me, they all get quiet eventually.
Yeah, you know what? I can't even beat him.
Like, you know,
I can't.
right.
I can't even beat him.
Right.
I told somebody the other day, I was like, "You call your dad father, brother,
Right.
uncle, or some shit like that."
You know, that actually
nothing else to
reminded
say
me
after
of some
that.
shit. This was a time that I was not passive aggressive. I was very proud of myself. And it was actually, I was hanging out with the dude that I was mentioning earlier, the one who damn near sexually assaulted me. Check out episode 7, y'all. It was crazy. But anyway, so we had I think a hockey game or whatever. We're in an elevator, and this old ass white lady, Trump, literally won the night before. So maybe that has something to do with it. But she asked me immediately, "Oh, hey, what part of Africa are you from?"
Oh,
I was like, bitch,
fuck?
hold on. Which one of your cousins did your father fuck to get you here? And it was a silent ass car ride or elevator ride, and that was the end of the interaction. But I was proud of myself for that one. You know, I just couldn't believe that she came. Why would she even?
Why would you say that?
Ask something like that, you know?
This shit is insensitive. People
But you know, that just goes to show how old ass white people be thinking. Sorry if we have any old ass white listeners. Mwah, I love you. Thank you. Keep learning.
Just don't be like that person.
Don't be like them.
Just don't be like that person.
But yeah, I think that'll round out our topics for the week. I do want to do our weekly shout outs though. I think that's a crowd favorite. People like to hear, you know, what makes us smile. So they get a little bit of smile too.
Do they really?
You know what I'm saying? Shoot, my mama do, you know, at least. You know? So Marco, right, what made you smile this week, right? What's up, Ma?
Shit, I have to think about like that.
All right, G, I'll give you some time. I'll go ahead and start first because mine's on the tip of my tongue, G. You know, actually, since the last episode, we tried to record last Friday for those in the audience, but I'm in a situation where I'm not in my own space, right? So, you know, some technical difficulties prevented that from happening, but I'm in a new city, I'm in a new position, and I love it. It's very amazing. I'm basically a baby vice principal. I have been feeling a little bit of imposter syndrome this week. Like, damn, am I ready for this? Do I have the experience for this? But at the same time, everybody who turns to me for help, or I see myself taking initiative in things that the school needs, and you know, it's always received positively, or at least in the first 7 days. So it feels really good, you know, to find a place where I'm shining. You know, so that's my highlight for the week.
Great, that's great.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Marco, did I buy you enough time, my boy?
Yeah, I think you did. The season finale of The Flash for season 7, like really made me smile. Like it was they did Godspeed like correctly this time around. And
right, he was the villain before, no?
Yeah, he was, but like now that they finally like did him correctly and his backstory correctly, it just like made me like happy because that's one of my favorite Flash stories. To see Bart on the same screen and Nora and Jay Garrick and stuff like that, and to see the Reverse Flash back, that's my favorite.
Oh, he came back too.
So I was just like, okay, yeah, this is dope. So that definitely made me smile for sure.
That's what's up. So this, of course, is a side conversation, but is that was the series finale, right? They done with Arrow or
that's
Flash, right?
The season finale. Yeah,
okay, so they gonna have a season 8?
Yeah, it's gonna be one more season.
That's crazy.
Why is that crazy?
Because I think didn't Arrow get canceled at 5?
No, at 9.
Damn.
Yeah, I was just about to say Arrow went off.
Right. Never mind. I'm out of the loop on all them them CW
Arrow
superhero
should have stopped
shows.
at 6.
I don't really.
Yeah, I agree. Danny.
Like,
Yeah.
it was so good to start,
The
man.
first
It
season
actually
was
had,
amazing.
and I hate Green Arrow. You cannot get me interested in any superhero that still needs a bow and quiver. Like, but yo,
Hawkeye
I seen the
included.
first episode. He murking. I
Right,
said,
G.
oh,
This
okay.
nigga was killing
Alright.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the first season was
Hawkeye
good.
is definitely
And then it
not your
just,
favorite superhero.
Hell no.
The Arrow fell off for me.
It did.
But that's, another conversation.
After that Ra's al Ghul arc, it was.
See, I don't even know
Spoilers,
if
by
I
the
watched
way.
that
This
shit.
might be spoilers
Yeah.
for other people.
Honestly, like after Prometheus for me, bro, like I think that like Prometheus was a good villain. He's a very like obscure Batman villain, and so that they used him, I thought that they did him very well. Same with Ra's al Ghul, like he's a very obscure Batman villain as well too. So to see like those, yeah, you're right. Like I think it should have stopped after Prometheus and Ra's al Ghul, because honestly, the rest of it just got weird. I was like, what? But that's another story, like I said. So.
Yeah. Clayton, I'm picking on you, my boy. What made you smile this week?
This week, Mayor Lori, she had
Mayor Lori Lightfoot, for those out of the know.
Littlefoot, basically had a hiring event this week.
Okay.
And my second mother basically told me about it, and I decided to just give it a go, because right now, I ain't doing nothing. I'm on unemployment, so why not, right? And I was looking at it. They have manufacturing jobs and everything like that, and people can like have one-on-one chats with you to talk to you about their job, and then get you to apply and stuff like that, and basically get your foot in the door if they really like you. I had a conversation with a guy, a hiring manager at a manufacturing company, and it's actually a really good job when you really put it in perspective. It's basically 4 days on, 4 days off, 12-hour shifts, but you can pick your shift, morning, day, or night shift, and it starts off at $20 an hour, and it gets all the way up to $28.57, I want to say, which is good. And he was basically talking to me about it and saying like, yeah, this is a 6-figure job if you put in the work. You know what I'm saying? If you really wanted to work, you can come in on off days too. If you really wanted to, we leave it up to the person to decide on whether or not they want to work past 60 hours. You know what I'm saying? We don't discriminate for it or anything like that, which is great. It's basically a manufacturing company. And I was saying like, you might hate me for this, but it's a can company, and they do a lot of White Claw. So they have those cans. And so that's one of the companies I decided I should try it out with, just so I can make a living off of it. It's actually a really good job. 4 days on and 4 days off may sound weird, but that's actually,
no, that's tight.
Like, you work 4 days on and you get 4 back-to-back days off. I've never heard that before.
Right, that's double. That's double what firefighters get, right? They get two on, 2 off. Am I right on that?
So yeah, I believe so. That just works. It's phenomenal. So
yes,
I'm hoping I get the job. Definitely, I had a really good conversation with the person. So looking up if I can get the job now, and then I can do that in part-time school, and I'm okay.
Hell yeah, ain't no if, my boy. You got that shit. White Claw. They need it, That's what's up, G. Congrats.
Thank you.
Daniel, boy, what made you smile?
Actually, similar to what you were talking about with your changes, the new job and everything. It's not a new job for me, but my supervisor and also my only co-worker in the part of the office that I work in has been out for 2 months. Unfortunately, she was in an accident, and I don't know what else is going on, but every time they say she coming back, it's pushed back another week or 2. So I've been in there by myself for like 2 weeks doing a whole bunch of stuff, working like crazy and doing that thing where I'm being passive. I wasn't letting everybody know how much I really needed help. But you know, thank God I'm the person I am, and you know, I got a way of figuring things out, and now finally it feels like I'm finally getting through this pile of work, you know, that's been building up, and I'm starting to, you know, handle everything myself. So that actually felt pretty good to, you know, come in and be like, damn, I only got like 3-4 things I need to get done today, instead of, you know, me needing to work 2 hours of overtime to still not be done.
That's what's up.
Oh yeah, and also I've been getting complimented and whatnot. So hopefully at the end of the year, after my review, you know, I have a little raise or some new position or something.
I thought you meant about you, because you last episode you were saying you know you've been losing weight and everything. I
I
thought
mean,
you meant you
I've
seeing
been getting
hoes in the
those
street and they be like,
compliments too.
"Damn,
Yeah,
Daniel." Oh,
I actually have been getting those compliments, but like I don't
okay,
know, that
hell
don't
yeah.
even really be on my mind like that.
Is
I
you a
really
player?
care more about the work compliments. Like somebody from an office in New York came to, you know, check out our office and stuff and see what we needed. And he said he called me a very conscientious worker multiple times. And then he also said, he's like, I see you working hard. No, what really was the compliment, he ain't even mean it as a compliment. I came in an hour early because I had work I really needed to do. And he didn't come in until like 8:30 or whatever. But at the time, you know, I was sitting down on my computer doing some stuff, and he was like, "Oh," he was like, "This is a rare sight." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "You actually sitting down." So like that actually was like one of the biggest compliments, because for some reason I always never want to be seen as like a lazy worker.
So that work ethic paying off, G.
Yeah.
Love it. Shoot, that made me smile too this week, G. I'm proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so that brings us to the end of our episode, I believe, my fair audience, my beautiful people. Mwah, I love you. So let me go ahead and let my cast, along with myself, tell us where you can find, or tell you where you can find us. And yeah, Marco, what's new about you and your social medias?
Oh, nothing. It's still the same. The wind's above Bama.
My boy, it's gonna be in the description below.
Yeah.
Clayton, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at I'm different, all caps, spelled backwards. That is I'm_different, spelled backwards. Will definitely be in the description. And sometimes you can catch me on twitch.tv/IB standing. The letter I, the letter B. IB standing.
IB _.
No underscore.
Oh,
no underscore.
Edit that out. Daniel boy, where can we find you?
You already know, THA the realist 92 on Twitter, and that's all y'all get from now. I don't want to link all my socials.
Right. Better not ever search him on Facebook. All right, you're gonna see something you don't want to see. All right,
you're gonna see me covered in White Claw.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's crazy. Y'all are disgusting. And with that, I've been your host, Carl MF and Kirk, located on social medias everywhere. Carl MF _, more than likely. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. This has been episode 10 of Press Restart.
It's been a lot of episodes.
It's been cool so far. I think we found our groove. I think we have found our new type of flow. Give us some feedback. Give us some likes, some whatever, some dislikes even. Just, you know, tell us what you feeling.
Feedback. Tell us
audience. Exactly. Feedback.
If you haven't noticed, dislike, leave your address too. We pulling up.
Right, exactly. Don't be passive aggressive now. If you gonna dislike, you better come with it. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me why you disliking the mother.
Exactly, and leave your Snapchat. You know,
I'm the motherfucking villain around here. Nigga, I'll fix that shit.
All right, this has been Press Restart, and we are signing out.